Well, welcome back to Tony Talks Vested Up Compelling Sports Edge. Oh, we're going to talk about the NFL. Oh, the bombshell, the blockbuster that dropped today. You know how we talk about NFL analysts and investigations because we got to talk about this. What's going on? What is going on? What's going on, investors? Hold one, hold one, hold one. What's going on? What's going on? Myles Garrett has been traded to the LA Rams. I gotta slowly walk this one in here. Oh my. What has happened? Nobody saw this coming here. Welcome back to Tony Talks Vested Up Compelling. And I think today is definitely compelling. Sports Edge. We gotta talk about this. What's going on? What's going on? Just 40 days ago, yes, 40 days ago, we just got an A average on the NFL draft. We just got an A average on the NFL draft. Whoo! I mean, we were celebrating this up, a little bit over 30 days ago, and we was looking forward to be one of the best dominant teams in the NFL on both sides of the ball. Offensive side, defensive side. All we told Andrew Berry was the only thing we told Andrew Berry was to get Shedeur Sanders some weapons. We told him to get the O-line members and the wide receivers. Andrew Berry, that's all we asked you to do was get Shedeur Sanders, O-line members, and wide receivers. Where did this come from? Even Todd Monken said that he wanted to create one of the teams that no team in the NFL wanted to face in 2026 by having that offensive defense. But there's one name I need to find out and research. Who is this? His name is Chris Canty. I'm going to come back to that. His name is Chris Canty. Chris Canty. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing samba music today. I just got to get my mind wrapped around this here. And then also, if you already see it in the chat, I'm going to come to probably about halfway through this show. If you want to join the platform and just vent and just give me your opinion about this, hey, the link is out there. Just hold one. But one of the questions I had to come up with myself, and this is one of the questions I had to pose to myself. Did the NFL, Did the Browns trade Myles Garrett just to trade Myles Garrett? Or I wrote down this question. Did the NFL just trade a Hall of Famer, a Defensive Player of the Year, just to get $160 million obligation off their books and convert it into I'm sorry, I hate to say this, a edge rusher I never heard of. A lot of people said it is good by the name of Jared Verse. Plus we got that first round pick for next year. We got a second round pick and some other draft capital. But I'm going to ask myself and investors and the viewers today. I hope this was well worth it. I really hope giving up Myles Garrett, the Superman of the NFL, I hope this does not come back to bite the Cleveland Browns. Andrew Berry, I definitely want to know, Andrew Berry, was this your choice? Or did Jimmy Haslam massage this business deal behind the scenes for what? Because we got Myles Garrett. Even people that don't even care about the Browns is saying you gave up Myles Garrett in the peak of his career. Myles Garrett is not even a free agent. And you gave up a Myles Garrett. But then I had to ask myself, because I definitely I've been brainstorming. Like, what has happened? Sometimes in a minute of 30 minutes, I can come up with a different possibility. And then I could go over here next 30 minutes, come up with a different possibility. But y'all, they just gave away Myles Garrett in a blockbuster bombshell trade that we didn't see coming. Now, you already know over here at Tony Talks Vested Up, we had already figured out and assumed that we was definitely a Super Bowl team this year. But when the Browns gave up Myles Garrett to a LA Rams team, once again, he's going to be teammates with David Njoku. So don't forget, David Njoku just went over there, what was added to the team maybe 3 weeks ago. So they're going to reunite. But it highly upsets me. And I'm going to go ahead and get to this point because I don't want to lose my points in here. But I'm saying you gave up a guaranteed Superman on defense. For what? The possibility of a first round, the possibility of a second round, and some other draft capital that we don't know if they're going to produce. And y'all, there's one thing I'm definitely highly upset about, but let me go ahead and read this right here because I want to stay on track tonight. This is what I wrote. The new Cleveland Browns era is trending and breaking headlines and dominating the NFL headlines for over a year now because of Shedeur Sanders and the unlimited potential. But then I say, hey, within the last 48 hours, we just went through a NFL roller coaster. We just celebrated that Shedeur Sanders got that $17.7 royalty, multiple checks, 13 of them, back to back. We was just celebrating this. We just celebrated this 48 hours ago. And then what just happened? Now, it's funny. Right before the news came out, I was watching the Cleveland Browns conference with Todd Monken on a golf course. It was only for 8 minutes and 2 minutes. 8 minutes and 2 minutes. And somebody asked him about Myles Garrett. And y'all, guess what? We're going to play that today. Because I don't even think Todd Monken knew that this was going on behind the background. My next talking point is the NFL roller coaster between Shedeur Sanders growing the NFL wealth and Myles Garrett trade. After historical defensive NFL record of 23 sacks just 18 weeks ago. I'm sorry, that was on week 18. It was exactly 21 weeks ago when Myles Garrett, he broke that record. And you trade him after 21 weeks of breaking that record? Let me keep going. So yeah, the last 48 hours in the NFL has been a complete roller coaster celebrating Shedeur Sanders and being shocked by this Myles Garrett trade. Oh, I don't even know where to start, y'all. I don't even know where to start. But this, Myles Garrett traded to the LA Rams. But how is this going to impact Shedeur Sanders? Why I'm going to say that? Well, if you've been watching me since the combine, you remember when I was talking about those defensive players, they coming off them edges fast. We talked about we talked about the tackles. We talked about the defensive line, where I felt like this year on the defensive side of the combine, they won. They outbeat the offense. Y'all remember that live? I went over that live, and I said, at least we got a Myles Garrett who's going to condition Shedeur Sanders with that speed that he's going to come off that edge. They said Myles Garrett can get off on a 0.07 seconds at his age. Now with that piece gone, is the Cleveland Browns saying that now we got to rely on a verse that I never heard of to get Shedeur Sanders ready for all of these teams that have vamped up their defensive edges and defensive linemen? You already know where I'm going. Now, let me go ahead and say this right here. Yeah, I'm highly upset. You know why? Because just like Myles Garrett is going to go over there and meet up with David Njoku, guess what? That means Myles Garrett is finna go over there and get their quarterbacks ready for other defensive teams, including a Ty Simpson. Let's not forget that Ty Simpson also was drafted to the NFL Rams. So, with that being said, you mean to tell me that the Browns gave up a Myles Garrett to get Ty Simpson ready for the NFL versus keeping that Superman we had in Myles Garrett to continue to train and build up Shedeur's stamina in terms of getting ready for the defense that he's going to face this year? These are valid questions. And y'all, I hate to say this. But did Myles Garrett get frustrated with the Cleveland Browns and all of this quarterback back? Oh gosh, I got myself choked. Of all of this quarterback competition back and forth. He's been with the Cleveland Browns for 9 years. You know what? I would be tired too. I've only been with the Cleveland Browns for a year and a half, and I'm getting tired of the quarterback narratives too. Like, why are we doing this? Was this Myles Garrett first of the year? Because we saw how Myles Garrett looked on that field. And yes, I would play that, but I already know YouTube gonna copyright that snippet that I got. But y'all remember how the Cleveland Browns was on the field versus Week 18 Cincinnati Bengals, when we won that game and Myles Garrett was just smiling. He was hugging his mother. Well, Tony Talks vested up. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I do. Know what I'm talking about, because that was the same game. That was the last game that Myles Garrett, and when that was the game he broke that record, that all-time sack record. So Myles Garrett was smiling. He was happy. I know he was looking forward into this season. And Andrew Berry, I want to know what happened. You gave up a Superman. You gave up a guaranteed player for the possibility of what may come out in the first round or second round and all these other draft capitals, y'all. Well, let's not forget this name. Chris Canty. I'm saying his name for multiple reasons. But I want to go ahead and read you, because guess what? The Browns have officially released around 6 o'clock today. We're talking about 2 hours ago. The Cleveland Browns have released an official statement. Their official own statement. Oh. Yeah, I know this is not my normal my music, but it ain't nothing really to me to celebrate tonight. Now this right here, hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I read the other article, because another article came out. Let me go ahead and read this right here. But remember the name, Chris Canty. Remember the name, y'all, Chris Canty. I can't find that one, but let me go ahead and do this right here. Let me go ahead and read this one right here. This one right here says, and this comes from the NFL. This says, the Los Angeles Rams are at it again. I quote from the Cleveland Browns: "We have long taken the stance that our goal was for Myles Garrett to be a one-helmet player for the entire career." This is what Andrew Berry says. I wish you would have emailed me, Andrew. Once again, he starts it like this: "We have taken a long stance that our goal was for Myles Garrett to be a one-helmet player for his whole entire career." Browns general manager Andrew Berry stated in a statement. "After rewriting the history books, record books, and representing our organization with excellence, we were sincere in our desires as we entered this offense and did not envision a world where Myles was not a Cleveland Browns." So, Andrew, if you talking like this, I don't care if somebody would have offered you a whole entire team. Why did you let Myles Garrett go? And he continued to go. "When the Rams first approached us with the possibility of trading Myles, we remained convicted in our position. But as discussions intensified, we were stuck with a legitimate crossroad." This is what Andrew Berry's saying now. "Do we hold on to a truly generational player who has become the identity of our team? Or do we make the difficult decision that we think is best for the organization over the long run. He said that was the dilemma. And Andrew Berry goes on to say, in this framework, the decision became clear, although our emotions were muddled. We, and most importantly, our fans, have grown up with Myles, and he's an enormous source of pride for our team. Here's the however. As we embark on the new era of the Browns football team, no, Andrew, don't use that new Cleveland Browns era right now. Not in this position. Not in this situation. So let me begin. Let me restart. However, as we embark on our new era of Browns football with a young core and a replenished asset base, we felt this move was important to our transition. And he finished with, it's a massive game-changing move for all. In Rams, we have never shied away from selling future assets for star talent. Snagging Garrett is the latest F them picks maneuver from general manager Lee Snead, who previously had swung deals for Brandon Cooks, Jalen Ramsey, Matt Stafford, Von Miller, and Trent McDuffie, with the later coming earlier this season. All right. Now, you may not like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Andrew Berry, you see what Les Snead said about those picks? That should have been what you said. That should have been what you said when they kept pressuring you to give up Myles Garrett. Once again, this is what general manager for the Rams stated, Les Snead. He said, F them picks. We'll give them up for Myles Garrett. God, Andrew, that's exactly, that's the state that you're supposed to have, the mentality that nobody could give you anything. You didn't even get 4 to 5 first-round picks for Myles Garrett. So there's so many questions being raised right now. Did you get enough for Myles Garrett? Oh Lord, don't say, what if the Rams have did a Floyd Money Mayweather on the Cleveland Browns and they snatched up Myles Garrett? There's so many, I heard so many podcasters getting ready for my own live. They were saying, oh, this is a win for the Browns and this is a win for LA Rams and no. How can you say that? We don't know who the Browns is going to pick next year, and we don't even know if they're going to be productive. Look at all them first round picks from last year that all the teams picked in the first round, and Shedeur Sanders outplayed all of the quarterbacks. Think about. Let me go to the comments. And then I'm going to play Todd Munkins. Ooh. Press conference. And y'all, I was literally ending Todd Munkins' 8-minute press conference. And then the news broke. God. And then we're going to find out who Chris Canty is. Let me go to the live. All right, it's been 19 minutes. What's up? Nah, it ain't that type of thriller. What's up, Slim 081? What's going on with your SDP 12 081? I'm speechless. Y'all, here's that link. If you want to join, because I'm only going to play 2 clips and then I got to go tonight because I got a headache. Oh my gosh. What's up, Peter Supernatural? Woo! Yes, let me go get my drink. I need one. What's up, Lady PC? Oh, my. Lady, I don't know, Lord. I don't know. He's gone, y'all. Myles Garrett is gone. After breaking who? And y'all, guess what? I got some stats. I was watching a podcast. I'm gonna come back to that. Let me go and show the Vesta some love. What's going on? Run tell that. I forgot to include you in the lineup tonight, but I got you tomorrow. I promise. But For you and only you. Go ahead and put your channel, your link out there, because I sure forgot to include you in the chat. And y'all, this is a very brand new YouTube channel that showed me some love. So please go ahead and subscribe to his channel. If you like the Colorado Buffaloes, please go ahead and subscribe to his channel, because he's doing awesome work over there with some magazines and some visual work. But salute to you, salute back to you, salute. What's up, CJ? Whoo! What's up, Emma Love? You know what, Gemini? I was thinking about you. I said, isn't it ironic? This is the first day of June, and that Gemini energy is getting a little hostile out here. Is Andrew Barry? What is it? Yeah, man, it's sad, man. What's up, Justine? CJ, I got you. This is definitely not worth it. No, it's not worth it. Did you hear what Les Snead said? He said, Alpha, that was a quote. The NFL, the article I just read, it said, F them picks. We just snagged Myles Garrett. Andrew Perry, that means you just lost Superman. Did you see the energy could you feel the energy from Lee's Snead, from the general manager of the LA Rams? He said, F them picks. I just snagged Myles Garrett. Man, that is so telling. That is so telling. They bet not start. And y'all, I beg the question, put it in the chat. Do you think that Myles Garrett got fed up with the second year of a quarterback competition when we had a proven quarterback in Shedeur Sanders? Y'all, please let me know in the chat. They bet not start Watson while he's trading away. Listen, Gemini, yeah. This is retaliation for Myles supporting Shedeur. Get the doo-doo Browns first round. Oh, God. You listen. I heard, I think it was CBS Sports basically saying that, we're going to talk about the Arch Manning thing. We're going to talk at the end. Oh, God, I don't even want to read it. I don't want to read it. New Joker with the Chargers. My bad. Okay, I just knew he went over there somewhere. He went over the West Coast. He went somewhere. Ever love one less ally for... David went to the... Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I thought it was back together too. Yeah, I know they on the West Coast still. What's up, Never? What's up? How you doing, Ian Brown? Myles has a... Right. Hold on. Myles had a no-clause trade, so that means Myles wanted out. They said they didn't make Schwartz the head coach. He already had to go. But I thought a no-trade clause was they couldn't trade him while he was in contract. He just signed that contract last year. This is something funny going on. I think we're all in agreement for the trade. Myles' fiance. Oh, she does? Well, why couldn't she move to Cleveland? Well, why couldn't she move to Cleveland? They said before this trade that the LA Rams was definitely going to be a Super Bowl contender. They said now added Myles to the team, they have definitely moved up in terms of odds of definitely going to the Super Bowl. But what's up, Blind Beauty Big Time? What's going on, Mel? Remember they were Blockbusters trade rumors months ago? I know that. I know. But Andrew Barry said, and as I stated in this statement, Andrew Barry said was the goal to make Myles Garrett a one helmet player. I read the statement, and y'all, that we was taking Andrew Barry for his word. Now we may have to listen to what they say, but y'all, we can't put no more trust in what they say now. We can't put no trust in what Andrew Barry just talked about this in January, February, March, April, and May. I would rather have traded. I would have rather they traded Myles last season. Right, if anything. I told y'all AB can't be trusted and have him running ish from the shadows. Well, it is so telling now, loud and clear, loud and clear. It was Jimmy Haslam and those damn other owners. Now they did this to try and mess with Shedeur and Myles' mentality and psyche. And yes, I agree. Did you hear what Les Snead said? F them picks. We just snagged up Myles Garrett because he's guaranteed. Oh my gosh. What? You gave up Myles Garrett? 21 weeks after breaking the NFL sack record. Never in history, y'all. I got the proof. This has never been in history. Me and my daughter was just talking about the trades. Man, I'm sick. I'm so sick right now, Mina Lee. He didn't know it. Well, hold on. He did not know, and it was Haslam, and he resurfaced. James Wood, y'all. James Wood. That's Haslam's son-in-law, y'all. Remember Gemini when you called that emergency 911 meeting that night? James Wood, he has reappeared. Yeah, 420. Yeah, he's gone. I think Myles Garrett wanted out once his DC didn't get the head coach. But Blind Beauty, big time. We went over GM stats. Now, Myles Garrett may have had some type of fondness and liking of Jim Schwartz, but we went over his winning record. Jim Schwartz, as a head coach for the 5 years that he was over the Detroit Lions, his winning record was lower and worse than Kevin Stefanski, and I thought you couldn't get that low. Jim Schwartz's record was lower than Kevin Stefanski as the Detroit Lions head coach. I looked that up myself. I said, oh, thank God Jim Schwartz did not get the head coach. So I don't know if Myles Garrett do his homework like we do over here at Tony Talks Vested Up Compelling Sports. But when I saw that losing record that Jim had, he should have been happy that Jim Schwartz didn't get the head coaching job. I'm going to show y'all. Damn, you're right. Myles didn't sign up for this. Right. He constructed, and now, I was praising him for restructuring his contract because I thought he did that in order to alleviate some of the salary cap stress to get the other players in. But now a lot of people now are saying that is the reason why he restructured his contract. Of course, they didn't give us the reason on why he restructured his contract. But hey, I know what this looks like moving forward. Possibly all the BS and the Watson start. Right. Hey, Myles Garrett could have said, okay, Browns, I gave you 1 year. I went through that mess with Kevin Stefanski with 4 quarterbacks. Now you mean to tell me Shedeur Sanders showed you what he can do, and now you messing around with it? Yeah, he probably said, I'm done. Possibly all this be, I agree with you, Blind Beauty, big time, because this could have been the camel the nail that broke the camel back. And I agree with you. I even came up with that conclusion. Now, matter of fact, I think it was a investor that emailed me by the name of Donna C. Hey, Myles Garrett got tired of this mess. And like I said this, y'all, what if Todd Monken would have just followed my advice in December when I said, just call it, just say it. And then just say, hey, as of now, Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback because he was the last quarterback on the field. It's going to be his job to lose. And then, hey, we'll go ahead and reassess in June or July or before week 1, who the final quarterback is. Myles probably still would have been here, y'all. Myles still probably would have been here. Even with Myles' production, the Browns haven't won ish. He's obviously wanted out with the loss of Shorts, bringing back Deshaun Watson. And y'all kept telling me that he did not like Deshaun Watson. So today on June the 1st, there is a lot of ish that's on the walls. On the walls. Man, I want to read that one more time. I want to read this one more time. I'm going to go ahead and get through these chats right here. But I want to read this one more time with what Andrew Berry said. When the Rams first approach us with the possibility of trading Myles Garrett, we remain convicted in our position. But as discussions, that mean they kept watering it down, beating them down, pressing them down. Well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, what about this? And based off what I saw, the trade comparison, it's not there for me. I'm sorry. I was not jumping up and down for what we got back in return. We remain convicted in our position as we discussed, as discussions intensified. We were stuck with a legitimate crossroads. Do we hold on to a truly generational player? Even they knew who Deshaun Watson is, like everybody else, who has become the identity of our team. Or do we make the difficult decision that we think is best for the organization over the long run? In that framework, the decision became clear, although our emotions was muddled. That means you shouldn't have done it. If your emotions was telling you and becoming as conflicted as the word muddled, you shouldn't have done it. I think I think this is going to come back and bite the Browns. We, and more importantly, our fans have grown up with Myles, and he's an enormous source of pride for our team. However, as we embarked on a new era of Browns football with a young core and a replenished assets base, we felt this move was important to our transition. I disagree. You just gave up Superman. You know how many other teams probably would have gave the Cleveland Browns 4? Just imagine what Jerry Jones, the owner, the general manager, and all the other titles he got for the Dallas Cowboys, he would have probably gave up. And I'm not saying this out the side of my mouth. Listen to what Jerry Jones was going to give up for Max Crosby. He was willing to give up 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby. So just imagine what Jerry Jones would have gave up for Myles Garrett. He probably would have gave up 4. He probably would have gave up 4 for Myles Garrett. And you only got a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and then some other draft picks. God. All right, here it is. It's a massive. Now, this is what Lee Sned is going to say. It's a massive game-changing move for all-in Rams, who have never shied away from selling future assets for star talent. This is what Lee Sneeze is saying. It was a massive game-changing move for the all-in Rams. They mean they say, if you want it, there it is. Who have never shied away from selling future assets for star talents, snagging Myles Garrett for the latest F them picks. It's right here. F them picks maneuver from the general manager Lee Sneeze. That was the approach you should have took to this, Andrew Berry. F them picks. We got Myles Garrett. God dang. Monkey did not know. Right. He didn't know. And I got that clip. And rest assured, it was all Haslam, JW, and among others. I'm tired of these BS owners. Come on with it. What's up, Lady E? Man, Myles Garrett is gone. That's why the vibes is low. The energy is all over the place. I'm just trying to stay right here. I'm trying to stay right here, and I'm going to stay right here. Hello, Destin. What's going on, Destin? Yes, it was the quarterback competition and mishandling of Shedeur. He already lost with Deshaun, and he's tired of losing. If 2 ain't playing, right, Myles. Right, Myles. And guess what, Myles? We wish you the best, man. We wish you the best. What's up, blessed and highly favored? Antonio Brown with Patriots. Yep. Odell signed with the Giants, allegedly. Yeah, I saw that too, and it is official that Odell Beckham has signed with the Giants. I was gonna cover that today, but I'm gonna cover that tomorrow at the lunch special. Detroit Gemini, they're definitely trying to oust AB for pay. I agree with you, Peter. Yeah, for some reason, I think they're trying to clear a path for Arch. Hey, that's what everybody's saying. Myles has a no trade clause in the contract. Right. Oh, so he did have a no unless he agreed to it. Well, there it is. Myles Garrett got faded up because I thought that's what a no trade clause was. So thank you, Justine, for the alley hoop right there. Thank you, Justine. Thank you, Justine. Unless he agreed to it. Myles Garrett agreed to this. He's tired. So if he agreed to this, that means he's definitely tired of this quarterback competition nonsense BS. Because we tired of it too. We just gave it grace and mercy. You know, Todd is new. We were just going along. We did not think that we was going to be talking about this a month after the draft, a month and a half after the draft. They let go Myles Garrett. The move for Arch and Peyton. Well, let me tell you one thing. We still sticking to the story. Wherever Shedeur Sanders go, we are riding out too. We are riding out too, Cleveland Brown. So that's fine. If you want an arch, take your arch. Take your arch. Exactly what she said about this last year. I got to give it to my girl. What's up, Echo, that media? I was watching highlights. Cleveland do not deserve my attention. They do not like us. I'm willing to spend without spending my dollars. Hey, I feel the same thing, man. Oh, Lord. You know what? I can't say this. Now that Justine said that Myles had agreed to it, he just got tired of the BS. Listen. Myles Garrett, he's always said that the last goal that he wanted to do after he broke the record was win a Super Bowl. So he's definitely went to a team that could have went to the Super Bowl last year. Matter of fact, the Super Bowl is hosted in LA in their stadium this year. So wow, wouldn't it be wonderful if Myles Garrett finally get his wish in his own stadium? And yeah, I'm feeling emotional about Myles Garrett because before I got to the Cleveland Browns as a Cleveland Browns fan, I heard his name, but I didn't know him. But then when I saw who he was and I saw that face and that smile and that charisma, man, Myles Garrett became like my second favorite player on the team. I just knew they was lying about Myles Garrett being traded. Hold on, let me finish reading this right here. Barry has to do what he says. He has no power, and Haslam cannot keep a crooked underhand crap out of the head coach. Barry is lying and doing Haslam dirty deeds. Hey, AB getting fired. If you want to start Watson, if you don't want to go young, the fans will. Yeah, Lord. Myles was tired of the quarterback competition, and they wanted to play Deshaun, and they better not start broke down Watson. AB, boy, my. Abby can keep that announcement. You're right. But did y'all hear what Snead said? Well, he was like, y'all, just off this alone, Snead, forget the draft. Snead has won the year. You was able to talk the Cleveland Browns out of their best player ever in terms of defense. With a verse, nothing against him, with a verse, a first round pick next year, a second round pick another year, and it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. I hope they do play Derek first. Right. Yes. Based off this right here, go ahead and throw Deshaun Watson out there, because I see right now, y'all ain't on y'all square. Y'all is not on y'all square. Y'all just gave up Myles Garrett. What we doing, front office? What we doing? Let Shedeur be safe. Watch it. Yes, I agree with you. Todd Father, and maybe it was a buzz. I need to go back and watch that because I don't know if they prefaced the question as if it just happened or if, like they have been doing the other weeks, the what if. The way I took it and what we're going to hear, I took it as they was asking about a possible trade, not the trade itself, but we're going to go ahead and play that right here. Mel, I bet Monkey feels like, ooh. Yes. And Shedeur, I want to know how Shedeur feel, and I want to know how that Ty Simpson feeling over there at the Rams. Man, once again, y'all, that mean that Lead Sneeds, he got Myles Garrett to develop Ty Simpson for the future, if he is the future. But still, that mean Ty Simpson got Myles that got Shedeur Sanders peace in the locker room. That means that Myles Garrett can even tell a Ty Simpson, this is what you look for in defenses when you're going. Nah, Shedeur Sanders supposed to be getting that knowledge, not a Ty Simpson. Let me keep going. I hope you feel better. Oh, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to get me a stiff one tonight. Trust me. Girl, take a Tylenol and stay. Hey, listen, I'll drop that link. Listen, I'm going to play this right here. And if you want to come to the stage and vent and let it out, just watch the profanity as much as you can. But hey, if you want to come to the stage and talk to me and talk to the investors and the viewers, do it. After Todd said he can only do what his contract, you heard it, Peter. I believe his job was, oh no, Peter. You think his job was threatened behind the scenes? What? Tony, investors do not be fooled. Barry is doing what he's told. I know. I got you. I got you. Because who would give away their diamond piece? Andrew Barry would not have enough power in his arsenal to make a move like that without Jimmy Haslam, if that was something he wanted to do on his own. He was the diamond piece, and now somebody else got it. Haslam always had Barry coming up to make this. Very true. Yep, Myles wanted Shedeur. Okay, CJ, I'm gonna bring you on up here. Before we even get into the clip, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and get through this right here. I just wish Myles Garrett would have went to the team with a starting black quarterback. Yes. And then I tried to win. The writing is on the wall. Right, Amber? Myles was looking forward to work with Shedeur. That's what I'm saying. Now, CJ, you know what we do in members only, so we're going to keep it right here with football. Don't go down that rabbit hole, okay? We're going to stay right here. This is not members only. Y'all can't trust it. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. 10 o'clock, I'll be over there. What She Said Sports at 10:15. She doesn't want to be around Magda. She. I never trusted them. What's up, Damon Map? What's going on, man? This is a crazy Monday. This football ain't nothing but a soap opera. You right, big, blind beauty big time. Remember Coach Prime said, right. Coach Prime just said this on G. Bush interview. Like, oh, that trading of Myles Garrett, that's ridiculous. Y'all, let me tell you what Gooch said. And y'all know that Gooch is close to Shedeur Sanders. Hold on. Look what Gooch said right here. Let me go ahead and put myself down. Look what Gooch said. Hold on. Let me change the view. Look at this right here. Look, well, y'all know what I said. Look what I said. What's going on? The Browns let Myles Garrett go? I need to hear from Andrew Barry. Todd Monken said in his presser today he didn't know nothing about Myles leaving or a possible trade. 20 minutes later, finalizing a Garrett trade. Look what Gooch said, who's very close to Shedeur Sanders from what I gather. What the Cleveland Crowns? What the F? That is, you can't say that nothing. Oh, God, gee. Oh, Lord. You're right. Coach Prime just said that, y'all. James, Rapture ready. Come on with it. Rapture ready. The trades feel like a bad as the... I agree, James. Yes, James Wood is it's that one that don't care about what the fans feel of players. Yeah, if you listen to what James Wood conversation, it's all about what the owners want. Well, we shall see. We got the power. Remember when Myles Garrett asked for a trade way back when and said because he didn't want to play for Deshaun? Yeah. Y'all kept bringing that up to me. Y'all kept bringing that up. Cleveland needs to run Haslam and the Browns Corporation out of Cleveland. Make that crooked criminal owner sell the team and lose. I'm going to bring you up. Shut up and dribble, basically. Male. Yes. Shut up and dribble. Haslam said he was the only one that could that would be picking. I thought Todd Monken said he will be the one picking the quarterback. Whew. This was the headline showing the headline with Shedeur saying, thanks for destroying his. Oh, Jesus. I would never trade Myles Garrett under nothing. You could throw away the sick. You could throw away the. What? You're right. That was a headline showing Shedeur saying, and you destroyed my career. Room. We out. Yeah. Damn. All the trades that are currently happening to teams with starting black quarterbacks is saying they are losing assets. Blind Beauty big time. I'm going to get my notes, my drink, and my vest. And oh, my. I'm about to sit in the corner tonight. What's up, Donna C? I'm about to sit in the corner tonight. CJ, hold one. I'm coming. Lady PC 67, you're exactly right. That damn sure said that. Oh, gosh. He damn sure said that. When they start restructuring contracts, it was to help someone bring in a trade to play him. Well, the reason why I said that because when Deshaun Watson and also Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, they restructured their contract. Myles Garrett restructured his bonus. So, and then after that, it was a plethora of free agencies. So I was like, okay, this is what they doing it for. Ain't no way I would have thought that Myles Garrett would be walking out 21 weeks after we won week 18 and he's still on contract and he's not a free agent. We out too. I'm happy for Myles Garrett. He went from heaven to hell. We can't be upset for wanting a chance for. Oh, no, we ain't upset with that, Donna. No, we ain't upset with him. We're just upset with the shock. It's the shock. No, I even said, Myles Garrett, go get your ring, basically. But I wanted him to get a ring with Shedeur Sanders on the Cleveland Browns. I definitely ain't upset with Myles Garrett because he decided to agree to the trade. Shedeur too busy focused on his quarterback. Okay. I got CJ. Hold one. I know from my job experience, it feels good to be winning team, especially after years of losing. I know 9 years. Shedeur on offense and Myles on defense would have been right, Destin. That's why we all had predicted a 14-3, 15-2, definitely a 12 and up winning this season. That would make it hard to justify putting Arch in Shedeur Sanders' place. Right now, you know what? This just motivated Shedeur Sanders even more. This right here just motivated Shedeur Sanders even more. Now he know for sure he got to put the team on his back. Even with his arsenal of weapons, I think for sure that offense is going to be hot. Now we got to consider what the defense is going to look like when we didn't have nothing to worry about that until today. What that defense is was going to look like. Ty Sisser can get out the knowledge from Garrett all he wants, but right. But you know what I mean? That was Shedeur Sanders' piece. Too many moving pieces. Myles wanted out. The coaching changes. Another rebuild. A restructure of Watson. Too much. And Barry and Monken are employees, not decision makers. Facts. I give you that. We've been trying to tell y'all about those facts. Mel. I know the system works from the top and it trickles down. Yes, it does. The better hold off on building the stadium. You right about that, Donna. You right about that. I'm back to not trusting anybody for the Browns. Yeah. Back to a D. Everything they said going forward is BS. Right. Now I got to side eye them. Woods have been pushing washed up Watson in our face. Boston and Bond. Andrew just said Myles. Right. And said he was going from Cleveland. I'm tired of Shedeur putting the team on his back. I know, low key. I know. But right now, if Shedeur Sanders don't put the team on his back, they'll definitely say, oh, Shedeur Sanders is not a franchise quarterback if they don't come up with these winning teams. And I still think we're still going to get at least a 10 and above wins. But now we got to see who's on defense. Who's on defense? I'm just glad it's not a team that plays the Browns. Right, Blank Alice. Hey, what's up, Blank Alice? I'm almost coming to you, CJ. Get that Jerry Butterfinger. Yeah, now, oh, yeah. All of us. All right. Let me go ahead and turn down this music real quick. Let me go ahead and bring my first guest up to the stage today. All right, come on, CJ.
Hello.
CJ.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, what's up, CJ?
Man, I tell you, you talking about being upset? Oh, man. You know, I had to go through and investigate that thing. I did. I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, wow. And then Nola girl on What She Says Sports brought it because she had been talking. Well, we have been talking, but we didn't think that they were going to go ahead and do that. But then when it comes to Jimmy Haslam, I don't put nothing past him. Absolutely nothing. But you know what? This is going to cost them. And I wish Shedeur could get out of Cleveland now. Because he brought this crap in there about Watson. He already knows Watson cannot beat Shedeur. And all these moving pieces, that just hurt me. Because Myles and Shedeur had become so close and they was looking forward to working together, and all this foolishness continued. All this foolishness. And then they was want to make a big deal out of Myles not contacting Monkey. Well, Myles had put it out that they met up close and personal face to face, but they have been communicating with each other through text.
Right.
But they didn't want to discuss that. They're just lying all the way around. Now they know. I don't care what nobody say. This was deliberate. And this was deliberate to mess with
Myles Garrett.
And Shedeur.
Shedeur. I got you.
I said, this is crazy. You know, I have to pray about this because I have to ask God to brighten my body and brighten my tongue and speak to me as he speaks through me. Because there's so much going on with that Cleveland Browns organization. Not the players, that front office and all them owners. And it's so much crap has happened. And yes, Stefanski is and was a monster. But if you read between the tea lines and the tea leaves, and you can see where Haslam hand was in a lot of that mess. He's fooling a lot of people, but he wasn't fooling all of us. You want to throw the rock and hide the hand and try to shift everybody else up front and make it seem like it's them. And then here comes this son-in-law of his.
James Wood.
Yes. And they've been scheming behind the scenes. Ever since he came out there talking about Deshaun Watson and how good he is and he this and he that and carrying on. They just scheming. But I hate it for all those players that they got. How they turn around and do this dirty crap. But I tell you what, it ain't over with. Because I think we're going to hear some more about Big Time Prime.
What you mean? Coach Prime?
Yes.
So what you think we're going to hear from Coach Prime?
He ain't crazy. And what he said about Myles Garrett.
Right. I remember that.
And his son. And then he and his son talk all the time. There is communication going on there.
Right.
And it should be.
I agree with you there.
And there should be. The NFL is so crooked, man. Not only did they take Myles, but they bringing back Donald. And Donald was a powerhouse too. He's good. He's coming out of retirement.
Who is Donald?
Aaron Donald.
Explain to that who Aaron Donald is, because I don't follow the Cleveland Browns, and I never did. So explain to us who Aaron Donald is.
He used to play for the Rams. His position, he played defensive like Myles played defensive. Man, he used to get them guys. Look him up.
I see it.
Huh?
I see it right here. 1 hour ago.
Yeah.
I see it.
I don't know what happened to my what I do with my phone.
You good? I hear you. So the Rams, can you hear this, CJ? You still here? Okay. Yeah, so 4 hours ago, headlines was Rams cornerback Jalen Watson is trying to lure Aaron Donald out of retirement.
Well, the Browns was going after him. Listen here, the Browns was going after him early last year, but he didn't come. He was supposed to come visit them, but he didn't come. So I don't know what them people in that office doing, but they messed up because they shouldn't have touched Myles, and they still could have got Aaron Donald.
It's okay.
I don't know I'm actually speechless right now. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back to the comments real quick. I'm still trying to get my miles together, and I see there's a lot of headlines about the Rams starter reached out to Aaron Donald after. Oh wow. Okay, so now they're trying to bring him back. I need to go look at his stats. I do know that he was the NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
He also won a Super Bowl, Outlander Trophy. It seemed like he was the real deal. Oh wow, he does.
He was a real.
Has.
And have a beautiful family. Love his wife and have 3 beautiful children. That's man. These people just messing with people.
All right, let me go to the comments real quick. Myles want to be free. Gotta want to be free. It's fear. Carson the dog, but he's not close to Myles. No, definitely not. This is his second year too. Have mercy, that song, all right, speaks volumes. Is that what Myles Garrett saying? He wants to be free? Myles got want to be free song on his own Instagram page. Wow.
Free from that Brown foolishness going on with the Cleveland Browns and all the lies.
So for those that don't know CJ, she's a Vesta, but the reason why I definitely like to get her input because she is from Cleveland Browns. She doesn't stay in Cleveland Browns, but she definitely have family still in Cleveland Browns. So after this news came out, can I ask you this personal question? If you don't want to answer it, you don't have to answer it. But after this news came out, can you give us some insight on how the Cleveland citizens is feeling after this news broke today regarding Myles Garrett?
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I really don't know. I was so upset I hadn't even reached out to my people.
I got you.
But I'm sure they're upset about it because they are strong, big-time Cleveland Brown fans. And when I say big time, they at the stadiums. They always at the stadiums.
You know what? In that statement that I read, for Andrew Berry to say that them and the fans grew up with Myles Garrett, this was a slap in the face. I think all Myles Garrett wanted to do was just for them to declare Shedeur Sanders as quarterback, and whatever happens, happens.
Right.
But you playing with that man's career. He already gave you grace and mercy last year, and then Shedeur Sanders. It's not like Shedeur Sanders did not show us in the world what he can do. Look at Shedeur Sanders. He's a global phenomenon, and you mean to tell me that you want to have a quarterback competition with somebody that's known around the world for his skills and his talent? What we doing, Cleveland Browns, over Deshaun Watson?
They need to they need to run him out of Cleveland. Make him sell that team. It ain't too late. And you know what? Get another owner, some more owners in there, and let them take over. Because they went through hell trying to get that bid for that stadium in Brook Park. Now they don't even need it. I'm telling you.
You right.
They ain't gonna make the damn money, not without Shedeur.
And not without Myles. Now you probably done pissed off the original Cleveland Browns fans that didn't even like Shedeur. Now you done pissed off that side of the fan base that loved it, Myles Garrett. You let Myles Garrett. I'm surprised if we don't see no rioting up in Cleveland.
I ain't lying. I ain't right.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see this tonight.
Would not surprise me, not one bit. Not one bit. I tell you, I know it's a bunch of people in Cleveland's pissed. Not only blacks, white and black.
That's what I'm saying. White and black. That's right. White and black. That's what I'm talking about. White and black.
They ain't happy about this foolishness.
Yeah, you're right, Justine. Yeah, Myles knew of Myles Monkey when he was the head coach in 2019. You're right. But this quarterback competition, like I'm saying, if he said, okay, now, one more year, because he had to deal with this last year with Kevin Stefanski for 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And now you want me to deal with this again? I'm not getting no younger. You know what?
And look, and they know he don't like Watson.
That's why I want to play with him.
He said that up front and said he would never play with him. He didn't want to play with him, and he didn't trust him. And that's what Myles said. And I ain't mad at him because I don't care. There's people that like Watson, but I don't. I don't like him.
I don't know him. I don't know him like that. I just started following the Browns with Shedeur Sanders.
I just don't like him like that. They should have got rid of that damn Jerry Jeudy. That's who they should have got rid of.
Another investor said we was talking today. It should have been Jerry Jeudy, Dylan Gabriel, and whoever else they wanted. Not a Myles Garrett.
Exactly.
You mean to tell me that the first people that they traded? You mean to tell me the first people they traded instead of a Jerry Jeudy or a Dylan Gabriel was a Myles Garrett? That's unheard of.
They gonna regret that. Walking around puffing their chests out.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Hold on, let me go in there. Let me catch up with these comments right here. Hold on, CJ. You know how we do it over here.
Right.
This is not over. Some more surprises is coming. All I can say, Shedeur Sanders need to get out of Cleveland.
Yep.
Aaron coming out of retirement. Oh my goodness. Ooh, Peter Punkanita. If I see that, oh my gosh. Why do all these retired players want to come back? Well, if you got for another ring, because if he goes back to the Rams, if he comes out of retirement to rejoin the Rams at 35, he ain't coming to play. He also, if you got Myles Garrett and Matthew Stafford, remember last year what they was like 1 or 2 games away from the Super Bowl?
Yep.
You got a Myles Garrett? What? You finna be guaranteed to be in the Super Bowl this year. That's how significant it is. So yeah, people want to come out to get their rings.
Oh yeah.
I hope the Browns don't play the Rams. They do play the Rams. Hold on. I think they play them in the CJ, I'm gonna give the microphone back to you. Let me look this up because I think we do play them in the preseason game.
Do we? This year? You sure?
Let me see here. Preseason game.
I know they played them last year, but I didn't think they play them this year in preseason.
Let's see here. Okay, August 15, no. August 22nd, no. Okay, I don't see him. Okay, I don't see him. Maybe I was thinking of a different. Let me see who the Browns play in the preseason. I don't see him on the Rams schedule.
They play the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they play was it Tampa?
Yeah, future opponent away. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Oh, that's 2027. Okay, so what they already got the 2027 schedule out. Now we do play them next year, but hold on, let me go in and look at this right here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So August the 15th, we play the Bears. August the 22nd, we play the Bills. Let's see here. August the 27th, we play the Patriots. September the Jags. September the 20th is the Buccaneers. Then we play the Panthers, the Steelers, the Jets, the Ravens, the Titans, the Steelers, Saints, Texans, Raiders, Bengals, Falcons, Giants, Ravens, Colts, and Bengals. So we do not play them this year, but we'll definitely meet Myles Garrett next year.
They preseason games with.
The preseason games once again is with the Bears, which is on the 15th of August, the Bills, which is on August the 22nd, and the Patriots, which is on August the 27th.
Okay.
So there we go. Let me go ahead and finish read these comments right here. Yes, please hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. To complete the task of the NFL, hey, don't see the fans have the power. Yes, Blank Alice, trust me, we're gonna exercise that this year. They calling our bluff. Let's see here. They stopped the building. Those tickets are not gonna sell. Oh my God, you have upset the original Cleveland Browns fans. Haslam is selling the team piece by piece. He already sold 3% for about $200 million.
They need to make his ass sell the whole team. the whole Cleveland Brown need. Get new owners in there and let them go. Yep.
And guess what? I totally agree with you because Jimmy has bought the Cleveland Browns win. Bought the Cleveland Browns. All right, Tennessee business owner Jimmy Haslam purchased the Cleveland Browns from Randy Leonard in 2012 for only $1 billion, y'all. Yeah, somebody else need to. The sale was on a number. Yeah, somebody else need to go ahead and because Jimmy don't know what he doing over here and go ahead and give him $2 billion. He don't know what he doing. Why? Right, Amber? Why did not give it away, Judas?
Racist, criminal self.
And you know the FBI does know Jimmy Haslam. See, Jimmy, especially me, I had got off your back. Now you want me to start digging through your trash cans again. Jimmy Haslam. Because I saw and I read what you did with the Flying J's. And you had to pay restitution because the NFL came in, not the NFL, the FBI said, you have been charged with this and this is what you must pay back. Jimmy, really? Really?
Yes, he was up there in Cleveland, paying politicians and stuff. Yes.
No, that was rhetorical. I'm like, really? Does he want me to start going back down that timeline? That's why that was just a rhetorical question, CJ.
But I'm just saying, you ain't the only one thinking it. You saying it, but you weren't the only one thinking.
Hold on, I got a few more comments to read. The Brown fans are too loyal. They let the organization get away with too much. I agree with you, low key. They put up with anything. Woods call them. Oh, he said that about them. We'll see. AB is up to something. Don't be surprised if Shedeur Sanders traded next. You know what? Let me come back to the stage. If they trade Myles Garrett, you're right. Anything is possible. Shedeur Sanders could be traded by November the 10th, which is the last trade date for this year. Anything is possible now, y'all. Anything is possible.
Myles, that pissed me off because Myles and Shedeur had got so close. And they couldn't stand that. And they couldn't stand him taking up for Shedeur and speaking up for him. They didn't like that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me this man ain't see himself playing ball with Shedeur and them going to the Super Bowl. I believe that. I believe it.
And maybe they already told Myles Garrett, I'm pretty sure they have already told Myles Garrett that Watson is gonna start for whatever reason, and he said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm out. I'm down."
Yeah, because they knew he wasn't gonna play. They know he don't like Watson.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And
I'm
he
pretty
didn't
sure
like that at all.
I'm pretty sure he went to Jimmy or maybe Andrew and said, hey, just be upfront with me. Who's going to start? You can't tell me y'all don't know who's going to start. If they said Watson, he said, okay, trade me.
He might have said that because he said he was not playing with Watson. He said he don't trust him. He said he can't stand him. I remember that.
You know what I just said? That hold on, CJ. Let me go through some more chats. You're right, Shy. We just said that makes me wonder. Does Myles know that Deshaun is quarterback one? We just said that because he definitely said he would leave Cleveland. And so we just said that, Shy. I just read your comments at the right time. I was so excited about this season, but not anymore. Yeah, I'm Team Shedeur. Yeah, I think the lawsuit you're talking about has something to do with it. Oh, okay, Blank Alice. We'll possibly keep Shedeur through this season, but gone after. Hey, guess what? If he's gone, we gone too, Mel. It's fine.
Most definitely.
It's fine. Let's see here. They can't trade players. Nobody else want Judy and Gabriel are the NFL most unwanted. I agree with you, Lady PC, but not Myles, man. Let's see here. Yes, they have likely already told the vets who quarterback one is. I agree. Okay, Amber, you agree too. But then again, they would not name a QB1. Right. So just say it. After this, after you let Myles Garrett go, just tell us.
They ain't going to Cleveland. They ain't going up in that mess.
If they already told Myles Garrett and we see writing on the wall and came up with this conclusion, just go ahead and say that Deshaun Watson is going to start and just, hey, we know then. But yeah, they don't have to tell me nothing else. I'm already going into the preseason and week one that Deshaun Watson is quarterback one based off today. Easy. This is easy. Them through some tough. Hey, let Deshaun Watson get all the preseason games. Let him get all of them. What you say, Al? We will see them in the playoffs. I still believe we're going to still make the playoffs, but it definitely would have been guaranteed if we would have had Myles Garrett on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most dumbest trade. I believe you. And y'all, let me go ahead and share this right here. So I was listening to, I forgot it was CBS Sports or something like that. Guess what? This has only happened 3 times in NFL history. This is the 3rd ever time that a Defensive Player of the Year winner was switched to a team the very next year. All right. I forgot the year, I think it was 1997. There was a defensive player by the name of Daniel Stubblefield. He was Defensive Player of the Year. He was on the 49ers. He got traded to the Washington Redskins. But guess what? He was a free agent. And y'all hold your hats and your vests. Guess what? The first player ever in NFL history that won the Defensive Player of the Year, they got switched to a different team after winning with a different team that next year, the last year, right? Y'all hold your breath. In 1994, that Defensive Player of the Year was Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders.
Wow.
He went for the 49ers. He went from the 49ers to the Cowboys. But guess what, y'all? He was a free agent. Myles Garrett is the first Defensive Player winner in history to be traded while still on contract.
Uh-huh. That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
It's going to come back and bite him. I just hope something happens in Shedeur, man, please. Mm-mm.
But guess what, Mel? Myles may have played with 30 different quarterbacks during his last 9 years. But guess what? Now he finna play with 2 other ones. Who was it? It was Matthew Stafford and the quarterback 2 over there. I forgot his name. Guess who his quarterback coach was? Todd Monken. His quarterback coach was Todd Monken.
Wow.
I forgot what his name is, but he's quarterback 2 over there behind Matthew Stafford. I'd rather they say it again.
Wow.
I'd rather they trade Shedeur Sanders than put Arch out there. Right. Trade Shedeur Sanders. Definitely trade Shedeur Sanders.
Exactly. But Arch Manning ain't going to Cleveland. Them Mannings ain't going to Cleveland.
Okay, Blessed and Holly Favorite said, sounds like Watson's QB1. Yeah, we agree now. The Manning said Arch is not going to Cleveland. Donna said that. They just talking. Donna C. Jimmy wants Peyton as the GM too. Hey, we're going to... Okay, JJ is a plant. Jerry Judy. Peyton is on the E-list. Right. Even, why even have him anywhere near the team? Right. Right. Lots of NFL personnel
That's
in the NFL, yeah, in the e-files, and nobody talks about that. Hey, Mel, I don't know if you had found this channel at this time, but I scrubbed the Epstein files. Now, mind you, at that time, I'm only human, but I did a search at that time. I think that's when they released only 3.5 docs. And now maybe they throwing up all these distractions because they have released other documents. I need to go out there this weekend and be curious and see if other files have been released on the Department of Justice website, because now I'm so distracted I can't focus. Now I need to see what the NFL has been doing, because now you unbroke my focus. Gotcha, NFL. Gotcha. Gotcha.
mm-hmm.
All right, CJ, I'm gonna give you the last word, and then I want to tell y'all know who I like to watch. Y'all know what I like to watch. 4 days ago, while I'm in the corner getting my mind right for the show, something pop up on my thread. I said, what? I looked at the thumbnail. So I'm starting to listen to the thing. And y'all, guess what? Here we go. Let me bring this back to the stage. Do y'all see this right here? Y'all look at my screen. Trade incoming. Why did Debo and Joe talk about this 4 days ago? I definitely want to play that. But before I play that, CJ, I'm going to go ahead and give you back. Go ahead and let you say your last few words. And if you want to come back to the stage, just let me know. But I'm going to let you go ahead and say your last few sayings before I play this clip.
Okay, there's some talking going on. A lot of talking going on. And I was listening today that Tony Grossi.
Yeah.
I was so upset because they was asking him about Myles, and he was like, oh, it was going to happen. It was inevitable not to happen.
Really?
His trade. Yeah, he said that today. I said, okay, let me listen some more and check this out. But that's exactly what he said.
Okay, so you have any more you want to share what you heard, or is that it?
That's it right now.
So Tony Grossi said he said on ESP Cleveland, because they went live around 4 or 5 p.m. today.
Yep.
Did you hear it this morning or this afternoon?
It was
Had to be
this
this
morning
afternoon.
when I heard it. It was this morning.
Oh, okay.
He sure said it. I mean, like he just knew. I said, this man knows something. Somebody been doing some talking.
JW.
Yep.
JW.
Somebody been
I think it's JW.
talking. Yep, that's what I said. I mean, if you had listened to him and the way he was talking, you just know he know what he know.
Well, guess what? In this clip here I'm about to play with Joe Hayden, in the beginning he was trying to hold his composure like he didn't know. But I'm going to say in half of this video, he kind of just let go. He said, the Myles Garrett's going to happen. The trade is going to happen. I said, Joe was talking like in the beginning, he was trying to stay like, oh, this. But he let go in the middle of this video. I said, oh, Joe, no. Joe knew 4 days ago. Yeah. Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, CJ, I'm going to go ahead and drop you down. But if you want to come back up, put it out in the chat and I'll bring you back up. But let me go ahead and play this clip here for the Vesters and the viewers. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, CJ. As always. Thank you. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and right here. Let's see here. Probably more. Myles posted his farewell letter. Oh, man. I can't read it, y'all. Not today. I can't read it. The Menace may have plans to buy the Browns. Could be. I'm surprised it was just that cheap. And y'all, what if Jimmy Haslam? What if maybe this is why Jimmy Haslam is starting to sell off franchise shares, because maybe he is starting his departure from the Browns. Remember, he just sold $3 million here. Y'all, we just went over that article. He just sold 37% of the Columbus Crew. I don't know what team that is. And remember, we kept saying, why is Jimmy selling all of these stakes in all of these different franchises? Y'all, maybe Jimmy is about to start his departure from the Cleveland Browns. Maybe he is going to sell this. Oh my gosh, y'all. Hold on. Something just came to me. Njoku and the Taylors have responded. Really? Okay. If the man is purchased, Shedeur Sanders need to leave ASP. They're not going to keep Shedeur Sanders if that's the case. They're going to trade him. If Shedeur Sanders goes where he will go, somebody has to pay him. Most definitely. Does the Manning have money like that? I don't know if they have billions of dollars. The Browns is worth over $6 billion. So that means that Jimmy Haslam, if he bought him for $1.012 billion, that means that man, if he is selling the team, he has made $5 billion in profit. Good gracious. Look at the trail. Carter Taylor is so funny. She posted a pic of the house burning down. She don't got no filter. I heard a couple of days ago that Myles posted a clue on Instagram that he was leaving. I love Carly. She knows the Brown shady. Yes. She's a trip. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and play this clip right here. And y'all listen to this clip right here. Came out 4 days ago. Debo and Joe. Hold on. I don't want to get a copyright. Hold on. Y'all watch this.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stay in Cleveland, man. We're gonna stay in Cleveland because right here, man, we got a former NFL player, Chris Canty. He says there's no way to explain the way things have unfolded in Cleveland this offseason other than Myles Garrett trade is coming. He's saying, it's weird because they have not given an explanation, a reasonable explanation as why this man would defer $30 million, Joe. What do you think? What do you think, Joe? Is it, what do you think? Do we have a point? I mean, or is he just, he's just talking? What do you think? No, Debo, first you tell me. Hey. I was waiting on, you know what I'm saying? When you don't want to say something, but you want me to say it first, then that's when I know what you're going to say. So look here, Joe. Look here. Please. You know me. I sit back, I look, and I start thinking. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what? I thought it was coming earlier. But maybe not. But then they moved the stuff around and all that, then nothing really happened. But you know what done happened since then? Your boy ain't showed up. He ain't even showed up. He ain't even met the man face to face, the new head coach. He ain't even have no understanding of what's going on with the defense. Nothing. New defensive coordinator, everything going on. You know what that tells me is he don't need to know. Why don't he need to know? Because chances are he's not going to be there when it comes time for the regular season or after June 1st. You tell me what you think, Joe, because from what you're saying, you believe that everybody believes and you believe he's that good, just come in there, get the terminology, all that other stuff, and keep it running from training camp on. With just without missing a beat. No muscle, no muscle memory to new terminology, all that other stuff. Because I remember now, you got a new D coordinator coming in. So what he says in this terminology may mean something else in the other terminology, which you may get confused. But until you're actually in there running it in and out, multiple. Okay. Go ahead. You tell me what's going on. Okay. You tell me what you think.
So let me go ahead and set the stage. So right now, Joe is going to try to stay within these mental parameters and boundaries. So every time that Joe talks, I'm going to show his face. And watch at the end of this clip, in the middle of this clip, you're going to see he's just going to let go. Yeah, Myles finna get traded. Y'all watch this.
He's Myles Garrett. So he's always going to be Myles Garrett. You know that. I know. He's Myles Garrett. So this is what I'm saying. With him having to be on the field and him being there, when he's there, he's going to be him regardless. He doesn't need to learn the scheme and all that terminology stuff that we're talking about. That's here, no there. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to figure out is him not showing up, him not knowing the coach right now. It's more I don't know if they're. It's not a good look, Debo. Hey, listen, it's not out of question now, Joe. It got you questioning now, Joe. That man done missed one mandatory minicamp already. It's another one coming up. If he misses that one, Joe, what you gonna say then? All right, this is what I'm telling you. It's starting to look a little messy. Okay? You got me there. Him not being there for them camps, I understand it's Myles. Him not talking to the coach, though, at all, is what's kind of throwing me off.
That's not true. That's not true. If you know, Myles Garrett has said that he has even been talking to Coach Monken. So we finna get there. We finna get to the half of this video, and Joe is finna just say what he feels like it.
I don't know what to say, Debo.
Watch it.
I literally right now. Hey, Joe, it's okay. Use your words. Use your words. And say I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. You don't want to say anything that may be controversial because of the controversial things that are happening that would lead you to maybe say something that's not in favor of what the Browns would like. Yes.
He still got relationships.
Joe, as much as I would,
Hey, let's pause right there. That means that Joe still has relationships. Just like when he did that 40-inch slip and he said that he had been knowing Mary Kay for a while. Y'all remember we caught that in that video and he couldn't talk. Y'all remember that? That means that Joe also has additional steel contacts in that building. So watch what Joe is about to say. He's just been like, okay, I'm hell with it. Let me just say what I need to say. Watch this, y'all.
I have to tell you this. Listen, everything happens for a reason, Joe. Nothing is by chance. You don't just move 30,000 just for the hell of it, 30 million for the hell of it, Joe. Everything happens for a reason. Good, bad, and different. Hell, that's life. I had to go through hell just because of whatever it was that led me to the position that I may be in, later on.
Look at Joe. Look at Joe.
The more and more time that passes right now, Debo, the more and more that I'm really thinking that the Browns are trying to, that they're going to try to move. I think they want to move on from Myles, bro. I think they do. I think that Myles, at the same time, wants to go do something else too. He's been telling the Browns this for a while. Last year, he told them, I want to be traded. They gave him the duffel bag. So then, obviously, you're going to have to be on the team because you're a professional. They gave you the bread. You signed the contract. You told them that you didn't want to be there, but they gave you an enormous amount of money. So now you're on the team because you have to be. You know what I'm saying? And now the offseason came. You were doing everything, and now you're not showing up. You dropped the whole $1 million. You know what I'm saying, for not showing the mandatory camps. You're letting them know, regardless, you're not showing up. But when the season comes, you're going to come there because you're on the team. You're contractually obligated to be there. So You're going to be a professional. So when it comes to the games, you're going to show up and you're going to ball because you're Myles Garrett. You don't want to play for the Browns. Obviously, you said it, and now you're showing money where your mouth is. You're dropping a whole nother meal, but not showing up to mandatory camps. You could be there, Myles.
And let me clear this up, y'all. This is not mandatory minicamp. This is just voluntary OTAs, y'all.
This is one that is Debo, like, Joe, you don't want to say nothing.
Hey, that's not my phone. That's his phone. That's his phone.
Outside hills, man. I'm in the hills. I'm in the Berg, headed DC, and the Browns. Man, I'm stressed out, Debo. Honestly. Oh yeah. Hey man, listen, man. The whole Cleveland situation got you stressed out, man. I was trying to be, a voice of comfort, today, and I see I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to maybe get you to understand that, it may be something different, but me, I just don't see it no other way. You go defer 30 for no reason if it don't help you get to what it is that you want to do, which is you want to win championships, yo.
I thought it was salary cap.
He wants to win championships. He want to be known as the greatest, and then he won't even have the greatest trophy that you get from playing the game, the ultimate goal of the game. Like he gotta have that. He's like, you know what? I thought the money was gonna work. It didn't. I went and I got the defensive player of the year. I broke records, and I ain't even happy. I need a championship, and I think that's where he at now, Joe.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think
he can't say
Myles over it.
He said Myles over it.
Hey, man, look, it's all right, man. It's all right. It's all right. You got some more.
Did y'all catch that? He didn't say I think. Did you hear him not say? He didn't say I think Myles is over it. He says Myles is over it. It's like he know for sure behind the scenes that Myles Garrett was over it, which is why that thumbnail says trade incoming. That video was released, as you see on the screen. That's the title. That's the thumbnail. Trade incoming 4 days ago. So please go out there and support my boys Debo and Joe, because they dropping jewels. Let's see what the last 3 minutes says.
You need another one or something. You need to stop and get you.
I need to get something.
You need like. Where you at, man? I'll pour you out, man. I'll pour you up some of that good water, some of that good.
So actually, that was it, y'all. I definitely want to hear your opinion about that. But when I saw that right there, and I saw 4 days ago, and the thumbnail didn't have a question mark, and I started listening, and I saw Joe's face, I said, Joe knew. Joe definitely knew, y'all. Let me go back to the comments. And then, y'all, I'm going to give you back your afternoon and your night, because this is a tough day. I can't mess with Joe. Hey. After that stake sale this year and in 2025, there hasn't remained a controlling majority owner, 40% stake in the Browns are for sale. That's a sign. He is getting ready to departure, especially with his wife being in the state that she is. I'm not saying that is a major factor, but that is a factor to consider. Maybe he's about to step away himself. Who knows? Because guess what? When you start letting people come in and start buying up small percentages of your company, do you think that Jimmy Haslam is not going to sell it to someone else that may want to buy 10% or 12%? The answer is no. The answer is no. Let me go back to the comments. What you say here? What you say? What's up, Coach CJ? Joe doesn't know more than they tell him. Right, but he knew that. I agree with you, but he knew that. Now everything makes sense. Where there's smoke, there is fire. Yes, I'm learning too that every team has a personality. And what we have learned from the Browns from last year up until now, we have in our mind created a profile regarding them and their front office. And now we know what it is. I think when he slammed that helmet on the bench, it was a wrap. But hell, that was before Shedeur Sanders started playing. That's when he got frustrated. That was before Shedeur Sanders started playing. So, yeah, but I think this right here, when they started coming out with a quarterback competition, and then I'm pretty sure he went to Jimmy and Andrew, tell me, what is the choice going to be as quarterback one? And if they 9 times out of 10 said Watson, yeah, he said, go ahead and trade me. They're going to have Watson start, right, low key? Yeah. I am Joe. He's part of the machine. Yeah, he has very close ties. Right. He knew they was trading Myles. Yes. Based off that, yes. I totally agree with Joe is shady and a plug. He and those lies are catching up with Debo and Joe. Hey, hold one. I see you still on the. Hold on, you still on the platform. Hold one, CJ. Peter, yes, mandatory. Right, it hasn't started, so that's why I kept saying why they keep talking about this is not mandatory. I don't understand. I know they retired, but this is not mandatory. And Myles have never shown up for voluntary OTAs. Right, definitely. Listen to the emotion. Right. Amber, you caught it. Yes. He showed too many emotions not to be on the inside, or at least be in some type of circle. Joe is in some type of circle. And when he slipped up and said that, hey, I've been knowing Mary for a while. What? You an ex-player. But you talking like you still know Mary Kay Cabot. He still know Mary Kay Cabot. Sad day for the Browns fan. Yeah. On a Monday too. Okay, a couple people knew Myles was getting traded. Myles wanted out after Coach Monkey. But we already talked about that. Y'all, if y'all don't believe me, go ahead and look up Jim Schwartz, which I don't think Myles Garrett. Like I said, I think Myles Garrett had a fondness of Jim, the old DC, but I don't think he did his homework. He may have been an awesome DC, but in terms of a head coach where you got to worry about defense, offense, special teams, this management, it would have been a different Jim, right, as a head coach. And if you go out there and look at his record was worse than Kevin Stefanski as a head coach. You can't get no worse than Kevin Stefanski, what I thought. But Jim had a worse winning record, losing record than Kevin Stefanski. It's not about Myles not showing up to voluntary camp, but when he was in Cleveland, he didn't even meet with the head coach. I didn't even know he went to Cleveland yet. Low key, I feel for the new rookies. I hope they're talking to the team. What if they were promoting Watson as quarterback one to cover for Shedeur? They didn't want people to think that Myles leaving was because of Shedeur. Now they can blame Watson. Hey, we've talked about that also behind the scenes in members only. We have talked about all the possibilities. Except for this. So we have discussed that possibility behind the scenes ad nauseum. But we never even came up with this conclusion. Debo and Joe called Joe to the fire pit, and Joe tried to make it make sense, failed. Yes, when they started that competition, it was a wrap. Even we went a little crazy. I even had to try to make sense of that. I'm like, this don't even make sense. Watson, even in his healthiest state before he got injured, had worse stats than Shedeur Sanders in every metrics, in every category. Now I have to listen to what Joe says about Watson again. In facts, Joe said Watson was going to start at, you know what, Coach CJ? I do remember him saying that maybe a month ago, but for real, I said, no. He's just assuming because he kept talking about, and y'all, okay, I told you, I just heard Joe mention this, a month and a half ago. Now, this is what he was saying, the reason why Watson would start. He said the reason that Watson would start is not because of talents or skill. He said it's because of the money thing. I was like, Joe, that money is gone. You can't get that back. Joe has always stuck with that one factor. No, Deshaun Watson is going to start. As a matter of fact, I need to go back now and look at his body language and his eyes and the way he was phrasing everything. He said that Watson was going to start, and and Joe is a big Shedeur Sanders fan. He said, but Watson's going to start because of the money thing. I definitely finna go back. Now it's time we got to go back and start looking at Joe and Debo when they talk about Shedeur and Watson. I wonder who's going to buy the team. I don't know, CJ. Shoot, hey, listen, if you got private in equity investment companies buying percentages, somebody big could probably be smelling blood in the water. Who knows? Justin just made me laugh today with the email you sent. All right, they need to start telling them, right, Just say it's going to be Watson, because it ain't no bigger shock that can come after today. Cleveland Browns, Andrew Berry, Jimmy Haslam just go ahead and announce that Watson is the starting quarterback tomorrow. Just go ahead and get it over with. You already took our breath today, so just get it over with. Myles went to a concert in Cleveland. Locally, you're right. It's all about what it needs. All right. Thank you for sending it. All right. Now, let me go ahead and play Todd Monken's video. It's only 8 minutes. 8 minutes. I want y'all to hear. And I'm going to go ahead and get to that part of the video. I'm not even going to play the whole 8 minutes. I need to go get a drink for real. And then I'm going to let y'all go, because I need to wrap my head around this, that Myles Garrett is gone. Yep. I'm vulnerable tonight. I'm very vulnerable. So let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and play this right here. And I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's only 8 minutes. I'm going to get to the point of the interview where
you intend to use all four of your... They're saying in the huddle, and then know what they're saying at the line of scrimmage. And then...
I already heard this. So right now, the question that he's answers is about the GoPro. I don't care nothing about a GoPro right now. Let me get to the part of the video.
How loud are they saying it? We talk about up to the line of scrimmage. Closest thing you time. How do you piece it together?
About the installation, how you structure things, and had to make any changes just with
Not really. Mini camp will be everything, and maybe some...
Going back to the quarterbacks, we've been out there for two OTAs, and the first time it just seemed like last Wednesday was almost the mirror reverse of what we saw.
It doesn't always work exactly every other. It's the twos, the threes, in terms of situational football, spread out who they're doing it with.
Mini camp, or are they not ready for that yet?
Well, again, I know E-Man's been dinged up a little.
Make it a good one, Tony. Okay, real good. At some point, the Browns are going to have to make a decision on whether to participate in the supplemental draft for Source.
Oh, this could be a good question. Tony Grossi is asking him about that quarterback, Shrewsbury, or something that has the gambling issue. So I will play this. The video only has roughly about less than 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and let this ride. But this is the question. This is the response that he's going to get to Tony Grossi about that potential quarterback coming in with the gambling issue. I like what Todd Monken says. And then the very next question is going to be about Myles Garrett. So I'm going to hold the phone up to the screen, and then I'm going to let you go, Vestas.
Have you been kept up to date on the organization's research of that?
Did I stop it? I stopped it.
Not at all. I mean, that's not even come across my desk. I don't think we're in a position to want to go down that road. That's my opinion. That's not Andrew's. And that I like the quarterbacks that we have. I think that's a slippery slope when you go down that, irrespective of talent, right? In terms of the situation he's put himself in. Like we all know what that is. He put himself in that situation. And we've seen in other sports with players that have been banned for life from playing in professional sports. I think that's a slippery slope to go down that road. Again, that's a question for Andrew and for management. But from my end of it, kind of a tough angle to go down that road and think that that's going to be your franchise quarterback if he's ever eligible even playing.
Well, it's too late, Donna. They messed up the house money. That's too late. Somebody pulled this rabbit out the hat trade too early. The cat is out the bag.
The NFL.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh no, maybe I missed it. Hold on.
I don't know how to respond to that based on the other player. I mean, I'm never told who's going to be on the team, who's not going to be on the team.
Oh, okay. Hang on. It was at the beginning.
And we'll have in our minds.
The first,
I think,
under the first 2 minutes.
We're at every position. Every position, you have a form of a depth chart in your mind, but and maybe it won't be locked in, but we'll certainly the reps will have to get distributed differently once we get to camp.
Make that public.
I don't know that yet. I don't anticipate that being the case, but we could.
Here we go.
There's a lot of talk because it's June 1st in the contract about Myles. A lot of speculation there. Have you been told that he's going to be on the team? Do you expect him to be here when we get to see him?
Well, he's not like any other player. I mean, I'm
never told who's going to be on the team, who's not going to be on the team, if that's a question. I mean, every day we evaluate the roster. Andrew evaluates the roster. Management evaluates the roster. And like I said, he's no different than any other player we've got. So I don't know how to respond to that based on, because it's really no different today than it's been for the last however many months I've been the head coach.
Have you been assured he'll be here June 9th?
No, I wasn't assured that when I took the job. I was never assured of anything when I took the job, other than once I signed my contract and whatever my contract said, that's what I was assured. And no matter what any of us coaches sign up for, is we show up every day and we coach the guys who are in the building like we've done all since we've been here. That hasn't changed.
So what y'all think, Vestas? I think based off of that, we've seen his body language. I don't think he knew that Myles Garrett was going to get traded, y'all. That's just my opinion. If you saw something different when you saw the presser today, let me know if you think that Todd know. But based all of that, I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew, y'all. I'm gonna go back to these comments, and then CJ, let me know. CJ, I see you still in the background. Let me know if you still want to come back in the on stage just to close us out. Anybody else, if you want to join the stage, here is the link. If you want to vent, if you want to give us your opinion, if you just want to share your frustrations, or hey, Myles Garrett, thank you for everything and we wish you the best. Hey, if you want to send a shout out to Myles Garrett, hey, there's the link. I'm gonna get through these chats and then I'm gonna let you go, Vestas, because he started like soft lunch. Don't see that now, thinking about the ticket sales. You're right. You Justine, they ain't thinking about nothing right now. That's why I think Jimmy Haslam is, if he don't sell the team this year, he definitely gonna sell it within 2 years. You can't, how you give away a piece like Myles Garrett? I read it twice. Did you hear what Sneed said? F them picks. We just snagged Myles Garrett, Andrew Berry, Jimmy. See, that's why I think for sure, mark my words, on June the 1st, 2026, I think Jimmy is starting his exit strategy. Hint, hint. Jimmy Haslam is starting his exit strategy. He's already started to sell stocks of the team. He unsold Myles Garrett away, traded him away for what? A first round pick? A second? Hold on. Let me tell y'all this right here. What did the Cleveland Browns get in return for Myles Garrett? Y'all, this is trash to me. This is straight up trash. What they got for Myles Garrett? You didn't even get 4 first round picks. I know they got Jarrett Verse. He's an edge. Trade details. All right, so to the Los Angeles Rams, they got Myles Garrett the edge. Now, this is what the Cleveland Browns got in return for Myles Garrett. They got Jarrett Verse, who is also an edge, a younger edge. He is 6 years younger than Myles Garrett. Now, this is what we got, y'all. Look at this trash that they got for Myles Garrett, y'all. Look at this trash. They got 1 pick next year. In 2027, only 1 first round pick. Not a second round pick, not a third round pick, not a 4th round pick, not a 5th round pick, not a 6th round pick, not a 7th round pick. Only 1 pick last year, a first rounder. That's it. Now, 2028. Y'all, guess what? Not even a first round pick. The only draft pick they got in 2028 is a 2nd rounder. Not a 3rd round pick, not a 4th round pick, not a 5th round pick, 6, 7, no other picks. Now, look at this. In 2029, guess what they got? They didn't get a first round pick or a 2nd round pick. They only got 1 pick that's going to come in the 3rd round. They didn't get a 4th round pick, 5th round pick, 6th round pick, 7th round. Listen, for Myles Garrett, if you was crazy enough to trade him like the Cleveland Browns just did, you should have got at least 5 picks next year. Then you should have got another 5 picks in 2028, and then at least 3 to 4 picks in 2009 for Myles Garrett. Jesus. This make no sense to trade Myles and to start right. Burn it all down. If they start Watson after trading Myles, oh God, yeah, facts. Even after these beautiful Andrew Berry, and I understand you got to do the dirty work for Jimmy Haslam, but look at your resume. It is tarnished now. That means under Andrew Berry, general manager tenure with the Cleveland Browns, you had 2 awesome drafts, but you also got, you gonna have that blot up there that says you traded Myles Garrett for 1, a first round pick in 2027, a second round pick in 2028, and 1 pick in 2029, and that's the 3rd round pick. You didn't even get first rounders. Y'all, I gotta go. I gotta get a drink. I'm trying to fathom the situation. Come on, 420. Yes. Did you hit a picks? I need my throat dry. I think Andrew has to line up for his departure. It's everybody got to be lining up. Avery ass is grass this year. He got to be ready to leave. Yes, he sounds like people may not like the deaf child. Now every time I see Todd Monken, now I'm gonna have to read again and then look under. But it'll be funny if the next time we see Todd, of course, the Cleveland media is going to ask him, were you aware of the Myles Garrett trade? I would not be surprised. I know it's 50-50, but I would not be surprised if Todd Monken says, I was not aware of it. Why? Well, Tony Talks vested up why you said that. And I hate to bring him up, but Kevin Stefanski was not even aware that Joe Flacco was going to get traded. Remember that? They didn't tell him nothing. And I wouldn't be surprised if Todd Monken didn't know nothing about Myles Garrett leaving the building. Let's keep going. Remember those players thought, okay, I ain't even look at the chat. And guess what? They didn't even tell the players, Donna. You're right, Donna. They didn't even tell the players that Kevin Stefanski was gone when he got fired. So I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 that Todd Monken did not know that Myles Garrett had left the building. I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, that it was an embarrassed decision. Right. We agree with you that it was Haslam. And yes, we agree with you. But it had to be Andrew Berry, since he's the general manager, that put out the statement. I agree with you. But since you put out the statement, Andrew Berry, you gonna have to tell us why you gave up Myles Garrett, and it just wouldn't be because he may not fit the future scheme of the team, or we going with a younger core, or the draft picks, because them draft picks, that was trash. You didn't even get 2 first-round picks. You didn't get 2 first-round picks for Myles Garrett. Even y'all, listen, y'all. Remember, we went over the Max Crosby deal. Jerry Jones even was gonna give up 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby from the Raiders. You mean to tell me, y'all? Let me say this slowly. We went over the Max Crosby trade. Jerry Jones was gonna give up 2 first-rounders for Max Crosby to be traded from the Raiders to the Cowboys. And you mean to tell me that the LA Rams, for Myles Garrett, they get the Cleveland Browns 1 first-round pick for 2027, a second-round pick for 2028, and a third-round pick for 2029? They didn't even get out 2 or 3 or 4 first-round picks for Myles Garrett. This is how egregious this is. Jerry Jones is probably, if Jerry Jones was dead, he would be rolling in his grave to know that, what? I could have been in the running. I could have got a Myles Garrett because his deal for Max Crosby was better than the Rams deal for Myles Garrett. Jerry Jones is probably drinking under his desk too, knowing that he could have got a Myles Garrett. Easy. Easy. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, you said, oh, he knew that Myles was getting traded? He knew something. Ooh. And I said 50-50. I want to hear from him tomorrow, and I want to hear from Andrew Berry. I don't want to hear no statement, Andrew Berry. I want to hear from, I want to see you out in front of the cameras. I pray AB get Shedeur. Woo. I agree with your two posts. Let's see him. Yes, indeed, Destin. The Rams will be good in. Yeah. So right. That is a very good observation and comment. You're right, Dest. Bless highly favor. So Tony Talks vested up. Why you say they could wind up with the 31 pick? Well, just like the Seahawks. The Seahawks last year, they won the Super Bowl. Now, with Myles Garrett, their chances of going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl has increased. So let's just say the Rams win the Super Bowl this year. That means they're going to get the last pick in the first round. That means the Cleveland Browns will get the last pick out of the first round, which is only one draft pick from a second round. Oh, blessing, highly favor. I just got sick again. Oh, and guess what, y'all? Even with Myles Garrett on the field, right? We already know, just considering that the team got to, like I said, if not one game or two games before the Super Bowl run, right? Or the Super Bowl game. Just by that alone, even if they get to that same place this year, what, they was 13 this year? Yeah, they was 13 this year. So, what we talking about? Cleveland Browns, you still would be out of the top 10 or the top 15, especially if they win more games compared to last year. Come on, what we talking about, Andrew? Oh, God, right. The Cowboys got more for Michael Parsons. You're right. Barry gave it away when he showed up in those shades. Let me do. Mel. I had to laugh from crying. She said, Barry gave it away when he showed up in those shades. The Cowboys ain't man, listen. Oh, guys, Jerry. And y'all, guess what? I forgot to tell you this. Hey, I brought it up. Hold on, where is it? Even though that they traded Myles Garrett after January June the 1st, guess what? Guess what, y'all? They still got to pay Myles Garrett. If it's not to 2000, now was it 2 years? I know they still got to pay Myles Garrett. It's called dead cap. Next year and 2028 for sure. So Myles Garrett will still be getting money from the Cleveland Browns for the next 2 years, y'all, because he restructured his bonus. And you also got to consider the contract. I almost cussed, y'all. Hold on, let me pull this up here. I almost cussed. They still going to be responsible for his. I hope I snipped that. Ooh, I hope I snipped that. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, I hope I snipped that. They still going to have to pay Myles Garrett, y'all. I'll bring it up tomorrow. I don't even want to see it right now. Let me go. Almost right. Almost a second round pick. That's why. This is why Lee Snead said, F them picks. That's it. That was the quote from the NFL article. Lee Snead, whatever his name is, he said, F them picks. We just snagged Myles Garrett. You know why? Because they got over. They got bamboozled out of a Myles Garrett for that. Y'all, they didn't even get 5 picks or 5 future players for Myles Garrett. They got 3. Jesus, Lord. This is crazy. I'm sure Barry planning his exit. Yeah, after today. Yeah, after today. Yep, they gave up Myles Garrett for nothing. Right. They trying to sell a verse. I ain't buying it because I ain't even heard of his name before. I've never heard of his name before. Hasn't maybe compromised. Ooh. What if somebody knows something? But hold on. You just read that contract clause. Myles Garrett had to agree with it. It could be a little bit of everything. Could be a little bit of everything. But based on what you said earlier, Myles Garrett had to agree to the trade. But it also could be a little bit of this. Right. He also could be compromised too. But Myles Garrett had to agree to it. He's no different than any other player. Ooh, I did catch that. Mel. I did catch that. Something is being watered down behind the scenes. It had to be. You right. I caught that. Mel. See y'all later. Hey, go ahead, Peter Supernatural. Thank you so much. Go ahead. I'm 3 sheets. Hold on, man. No wonder you say you'll see us later. You gone. I'm 3 sheets in the wind. You gone. You been drinking. Use bubblegum. Yeah, discard it. Mel. Hey, won't you make sure you what they say? Hey, just drink responsibly, okay? I wouldn't be surprised either. CJ, Peter Pumpkin Eater. Yeah, take care of Peter. Pace yourself, Peter. That's what it was. Pace yourself, okay? He said 3 sheets. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, it's been a long day. I'm gonna go get me a good nice stiff drink. Yeah, drink water. Yeah. Haslam told Barry to trade Myles Garrett. They traded Myles Garrett for a future. Yeah. For a pick of bubble gum and and 25-cent juice. Yes, officially. Yes. I'm drinking that Willie Remy. Peter, I know how corporate get down from my personal work experience. Dallas is coming from Shedeur. I hope so. After this right here, Lady E. Well, I hope Dallas don't have to. It's one thing I don't want them to know about Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, Peter gone. Yeah, what the? Yes, Peter gone. Peter is gone. You're right, Tony. I'm still optimistic for the season. I am too, C. Haven. We just in shock right now. These young men are going to have to stick together and get it done. I agree with you. We're just in shock. Tony Berry is not going to tell the truth. No, the NFL is definitely happy about the trade. Myles is going to be a TV every week now. And I already told him, Coach, the Super Bowl is in LA this year. And it's in Atlanta, Georgia next year. Yes. Look it up, Donna. I don't want to go to timeout. Peter, I'm not going to send you to the corner. All of that shine that Barry got. Right. Everybody was hell Andrew, hell Barry. I mean, I even call him a jab genius. And then what? 45 days. And you're right. I think James Wood got his signature and stank all over this. Remember, we came up with the conclusion that he was jealous of Andrew Barry after that draft. Y'all remember that live? Y'all remember that conversation? He said, y'all remember that live? Yeah. Myles was already on his way out the door and he didn't care what they get. Yeah. Facts. But still, the organization should have at least mirrored the Michael Parsons trade, the Max Crosby, who went to the Ravens in his place. I forgot his name. But golly, at least put some effort in trying to make the deal looks good. A third rounder? Peter, bad day. Rams are winning the Super Bowl. Ooh, plus Myles want to be a Cowboy. Ooh. And especially, I need to look up the stats for Aaron Donald, because a lot of people want him to come out of a retirement. These owners they just playing squid games with these players. Squid games. Yes, and that's why I be in they trash cans. I'm going back to all them investigations. I'm going to start looking for Jimmy Haslam in the Department of Justice edit files. Something is wrong here. After I Googled the remedy, you should go on to time. I don't know what. I don't know what. He probably end up being Cowboy. Why you say that? Because he's going to be over the Rams for at least about another 3 years. And y'all, I want to pull this up right here. Y'all look at this right here. Now, I had to make some type of sense. And this may not go as well, but I had to say, well, maybe because this is what it is. Y'all, let me go ahead and pull this up here. Let me show you this here. Let me show you what my research showed. Maybe why. And I hate to even use this. It's stupid to me. Y'all, look at this right here. Boom. All right, let me go ahead and show this right here. Now, let me show here. Did I close it? I closed it. Hold on, y'all. Y'all start reading over that slide. The only thing I could think the reason why they traded Myles, I had to come up with some type of conclusion, is because of his age. Now, do y'all see right now, Myles Garrett is in the peak of his career. Because you see, I pulled up the shelf life for edge rusher. Myles Garrett at this point, look at now, the shelf life for an NFL edge rusher can vary a lot, but there are some general patterns. A typical NFL edge rusher career arch, 21 and 24. Myles Garrett is not that. However, Verse is the one that they traded for. He is in this age range, and he is a two-time Pro Bowler, right? So, hey, we still got some more years on him. So, in the ages of 25 to 29, these are the prime years. Most edge rushers reach peak production here. Combination of speed, power, technique, and football IQ. Many defensive players of the year candidates are in this range. This was Myles Garrett last year. Now, let's go ahead and see, based off this, if this is true, that means Myles Garrett only really have 2 more years of production. Which is why I hate to say it. Like I said, I had to come up with some type of reasoning. So I'm not saying I agree with you, but this is the reasoning that my mind said, okay, I can see this, even though I don't like it. Ages 30 to 32, veteran production, elite players can still dominate, i.e. Myles Garrett. Speed may decline slightly, but technique and experience compensate, Myles Garrett. Teams become, here we go, at this age group, teams become more cautious with snap counts. So as Myles Garrett get older, maybe this is what the Browns had factored in, which is why they want younger players. Now, since you brought that up, let me see how old Michael Parsons was, even though I know he's not an edge rusher, but I do know that Verse is 24 to 25. So you see, he's coming into his prime years if he's not in his prime years already. The Michael Parsons trade, let's see here. And that was also considered a blockbuster. Okay, so the Michael Parsons, he was an edge. My bad. He was an edge. So this is what the Dallas Cowboys got in return from Michael Parsons. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler, right? Oh, I'm sorry. The Dallas Cowboys received 3 times Pro Bowler defensive tackle Kenny Clark, a 2026 first rounder, which they already got in a 2027 first round pick. That's it. But you're right. I still agree with you. It's still better than the Myles Garrett one. Now, let me see what Michael Parsons' age is, y'all. Let's see where he falls into this slide. He's 27. Y'all. Yeah. So Michael Parsons at 27, he still got this year and 2 more years to be in his prime years. Myles Garrett is already in this third bracket. And y'all, I cut off 33 to 34, 35, 36. You don't want to see that right there. It's really non-existent. Normally they retire. So if the Cleveland Browns was looking at something like this, really, they only got 2 more years of play. Now, could he still would have won a Super Bowl with Shedeur Sanders? I say hell yes. Yes. But as you see, speed may start declining. Lord have mercy. I wouldn't. So maybe y'all, I just had to come up with this conclusion. I had to come up with something. And this is the only thing I could come up with. Mel, make a pineapple peach. Good night, CJ. Good night. Thank you so much for coming to the stage. I'm about to go. Myles just oh yeah, and what she said, sports about to come on in the next 20 minutes. Myles just posted he's going away a message to the Cleveland. I'll bring that back tomorrow. Yes, he was jealous. Yes, he was. Y'all still prefer. Amber, don't do that tonight. Amber, don't do that tonight. Don't do that. Amber, don't do that. Read the fine print. People was praising the AB when Jay right to them right. I saw that. I want some now. Uncle Jerry trade for Shedeur. Hopefully, Bring Shedeur and Myles to the Cowboys so I can focus on my team. True, but that's too late though. But I'm pretty sure that if Jerry Jones knew that trade was gonna go down, he would have got into it. He would have got into that action. Good Lord. Me too. I just checked available in my area. Good Lord. I'm gonna have to look up it now. Raise yourselves. CJ, I thought you was gone. Matter of fact, CJ. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, hold on. I got a lot to go through. Let's see here. Raise yourselves did not like that. They are racist and do not care about black athletes. Period. They are good for using them for their personal advantage. Facts. I do think I had something to do with his age. Okay, Detroit. Come get Uncle Jerry, Peter. Let's see here. But Myles can take care. Right. And I agree with you. But like I said, I had to find something to see why the Cleveland Browns will make this decision. And this is the only thing that I could come up with. Not saying that it's true, but this is the only thing I could come up with. But the youth is all about you. And guess what? I don't know if you saw that live. I Googled in terms of age, where did the Cleveland Browns fit in terms of youngest to oldest teams? Because we picked up so many young rookies. And even with Myles Garrett, we was one of the fourth youngest teams in the NFL after this draft. So that Myles Garrett is gone, and now we brought in Verse, who is six years younger. We could be now in the top 2 or 3. I may need to go back and look at that after the Myles Garrett trade to see what our age average was. With Myles Garrett, we were sitting at 25.6 or 25.9, which put us at the number 4 spot, one of the 4 teams that was the youngest in the NFL. Myles Garrett, I agree with you, Coach. 26 Parsons. Okay, gotcha. The Browns want younger players with a. Oh, let me go black. Oh, you just killed that one. Let me go in the black. Oh, you just killed it. Yeah. Oh, you just killed that one. The Browns want youngest player with an old vet. God dang. I hope one of them reporters bring that up tomorrow. Yeah, boy, y'all in the chat tonight with that logic. Ooh, the Vestas, y'all in the right place. I like how y'all think. You're right, but for 2 seasons, Myles haven't had any injuries. Hey, like I said, I had to come up with something. Myles' last injury was 2023. Hey, I had to come up with something. Since I don't know what's going on, I had to come up with something to try to make it make sense. No, I'm not going to leave, but I decided to stay. Okay, but bring you back to the stage. I only got 2 more comments. In the Chicago game, the only time I see Myles show pain because he had a extreme cold. Right. Oh, hip injury. Okay. Now they're talking about trading. What? Make it make sense. Might as well. You're right. Might as well trade Ward too. But Cleveland Browns, why you're trading Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward? Go ahead and package up Jerry Jeudy and Dylan Gabriel. That's what you need to be focused on. Jerry Jeudy and Dylan Gabriel. If you can trade a Myles Garrett for a first round pick, second round pick, third year pick in order by year, you definitely can get something for Jerry Jeudy or Dylan Gabriel. Do it. Oh Lord, they're not strong at DB. Ward is old and concussion prone. That's why there's no way Watson can start. You're right. It don't make sense. Remember Quincy said Watson needs something. You're right. He said that jokingly, but you know what they say about jokes? There's always some truth to the joke. He said when he sacked him, he said, go ahead and get him some oxygen. CJ, I'm gonna bring you back to the stage. Let's see here. Yes, the trade of this. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I wanna bring what was that comment? What's that comment? CJ?
Yes.
I see you back in stage. I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish out the live. Go ahead. I give you 3 minutes to say what you need to say, and then I gotta go get a drink.
I don't know who gonna buy the Browns, but I'm ready for somebody to buy them. While Shedeur still there, because Denzel Ward, man, they are crazy. This is nuts. So the Browns they don't care. Like I said, they want to sell the team, but they in hot water. It's a whole bunch behind this foolishness. This ain't just come up. This was in some planning mode. And they in trouble. They are in some trouble. It's gonna come out. Yep, it's going to come out. They want to hurry up and sell this team. And I don't think it's all because of D Haslam's illness either. Mm-hmm. It's more behind that. It's a lot. And I know all these investigations, some stuff done come down the pipe. We just not privy to all of it. Yep. We just not privy to every bit of it.
Listen, I'm hopping on those investigations, and I'm still digging, and the Department of Justice is already in the NFL's back pockets and looking through their trash cans and their file cabinets. So it's just a matter of time.
Yes, indeed. And I hope old boy Atlanta think I hope he don't think he out the clear.
Kevin Stefanski, you're right.
Yes, indeed. When the ship goes down, he going down with it.
Well, we already know that the FBI has investigated Jimmy Haslam while he was the Cleveland Browns, because if he bought the Cleveland Browns in 2012, he was investigated in 2017. Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Department of Defense have come knock that Jimmy door too. Because once you're dirty, you think Jimmy unchanged his ways in regarding his business practices? No. Right. No. We both said no. What you said? Hold on. What you said? The DOJ has found out that it was an inside job for the robbery for Shedeur. Hey, are you just speculating, or what you mean, Peter? Yeah, what you mean? The DOJ has found out it was an inside job for the robbery of Shedeur Sanders. Are you just speculating, or you saw that today?
They probably combing everything. They should.
I was about to say that too. Shedeur Sanders robbery. Oh, I see what you're saying. So they had, it says federal authorities, and here we go, y'all, including the Secret Service and the ATF, assisted the Medina County Sheriff Office in investigating November 16, 2025 burglary of Cleveland Browns quarterback Shedeur Sanders' Ohio home. 3 suspects. So hey, I knew that the local official was involved, but I didn't know that the Secret Service and the ATF. Why would the FTA be involved?
Why not?
But the ATF,
like I said, there's a whole lot behind the scenes. And
but
I don't know if you all remember all this stuff come out last year during training camp and all these supposedly inside investigations between Deshaun Watson and DG.
Dylan Gabriel?
It got caught drugs.
Whoa. Hold on, whoa. Back up, whoa. You pause that right there. Whoa. pause this right here. So for y'all that don't know, the AFT, and that's why I said why they being involved, because I know a little bit about something. The ATF is the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosive.
Right.
Why would they be involved in the Shedeur Sanders robbery?
Because it said inside job. Start from the top. And I don't know exactly what Haslam was talking about, because it was Haslam in there, it was Stefanski in there. I want to say Barry, but I think that JW, another white guy, was in there. But you saw Haslam on the video saying, so we're in trouble. And I wanted him to talk some more, but the video was cut. But that was the last thing you saw on the video. Him say, we are in trouble.
And behind the scenes, we went through members only when we pulled up the front office, all of those different departments and everything like this. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. But I tell you what, we already over the two. Listen, y'all know I'm coming back tomorrow. We coming back tomorrow. Y'all sleep on some of this stuff, because I need to go do some research on this right here, because when I see the ATF in a home robbery, that means something.
Yeah,
that definitely means something. And why would they? Oosh, y'all almost cussed. And the involvement, yes. So, and I want to know, and Donna C want to know, and some other investors, what video was that? Because they may have taken it down. CJ,
I'm sure they've taken it down. This was like early. This was after the robbery, but it was out there for a while. But they were talking, and they, how you be in a room and
right
by themselves and trying to whisper.
Yeah.
But it was said, so he looked, he said, so we're in trouble. That was Haslam saying that. I saw that on the video.
I got you. So we just need to probably just look for some videos regarding around that time frame. But Peter,
they probably done tried to scrub everything, but they possibly could.
But everything is somewhere out there on a video, or what she said, sports, or another podcast. I just got to go out there to some podcasters that was putting up videos at the time.
But I bet you that government got it.
Yeah,
there ain't no telling what all they don't have.
But Peter, you're right. You probably meant that it was a question mark, but I'm glad I did go out and look, because when I saw that the Secret Service was in a home robbery environment and ATF,
yep,
that's antennas, y'all.
Yeah,
this ain't no regular home robbery. When you pull in those type of entities, now this is something bigger than that.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my gosh! Mel ain't messing with you. I'm gonna go ahead and get offline and go see what she says sports, because I'm gonna go get my drink and my notes and my vest, and I need to go find out how she finna break this thing down tonight, because I know she finna. I know she finna rip it apart. Y'all. But CJ, thank you so much. Everybody saying, "Wow, yeah, the AFT and the Secret." Now hold on now. Now I know a little bit about something, and I'm finna let y'all go definitely on this point. The Secret Service only investigate certain federal, like why would the Secret Service, a federal entity, investigate a home robbery? Hint, 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 hint. We gonna stay right there. CJ. A good show, but I'm still upset over Myles. I got you. I trust me. See y'all over what she says for us. Yes, I'm coming in with my regular account. Say what you want to say. Coach Prime talks in coast. That's what we talked about. And Coach Prime was sure that Myles Garrett was not going to leave like all of us. Okay. Y'all know I'll be back tomorrow at 7:45. So make sure until next time, make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because we stay vested up over here 365 degrees at Tony Talks, vested up, compelling sports edge, and trust. And thank you, low key. CJ, thank you so much for all of your input as always. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I didn't blow out your eardrums.
No, I'm good.
All right, CJ, I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Real now.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, sweetie. All right, investors. Until next time. Whoo! My Lord. I gotta go get a drink.